Kalalamla Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Akim out there pushing his word in all sincerity and all truth. So Brother Kabash coming at you with another short lesson, hoping to edify the members of the elect. I came across, this tweet, while I was scrolling through social media just now, this channel here, Megatron, they always post, breaking news, things that are relevant and going on right now in geopolitics, geoeconomics, stuff like that. So, it's a good channel to keep abreast, of what's going on. So this is breaking. The U.S. is preparing sanctions against the International Criminal Court in The Hague because of the arrest warrant for Netanyahu. Unprecedented in human history, members of Congress have warned the International Criminal Court that they will retaliate if arrest warrants are issued against Netanyahu and other senior Israeli officials. Speaker Mike Johnson says, if unchallenged by the Biden administration, the ICC could create and assume unprecedented power to issue arrest warrants against American political leaders, American diplomats, and American military personnel, thereby endangering our country's sovereign authority. And this is another yet bold and blatant show and display of the pride, of these Edomites, particularly the American and Israeli, pride, they go throughout the earth, committing heinous acts, breaking international law, committing genocide, like what we're seeing, happening right now with Israel and Gaza, forcibly removing, I think it's 1 million or more people, a couple million people, so that they can take that land, and the international community has been crying out, for months, ever since that war started, October 7th of last year. The international community have been crying out, for the atrocities that have been committed, hospitals being bombed, different apartment complexes where civilians and children and old women, mass graves have been discovered, with hundreds of people in them. A lot of them children and old women and old people, So the international community have been crying out, against this Israeli state, and now the International Criminal Court, has decided to consider issuing, arrest warrants for Netanyahu and other Israeli officials. And what does the U.S. Congress say? Hey, we're gonna sanction you if you do that, right? So these people believe wholeheartedly that they are above reproach, right? This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Matter of fact, let me see what it says in the NLT. It's not loading here. Give me a second here. All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4 in the NLT. Look at the proud, they trust in themselves and their lives are crooked, but to the righteous will live by their faithfulness to God. Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouth as wide as the grave. They are like death. They are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed up many people. But soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrows await you thieves? No, you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion, but how much longer can this go on? So these nations are going to really rejoice when America is taken down on the Israeli state, because they're hated over there in the Middle East, right? Israel is one of the most hated nations right now in the world, right? It says suddenly your debtors will take action, because what America is laden with debt, $35 trillion in debt. Is the most indebted nation on the planet, right? It says they will turn on you and take all you have while you stand trembling and helpless, because you have plundered many nations. Now all the survivors will plunder you. You committed murder throughout the countryside and fill your towns with violence. What sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly, right? You believe your wealth will buy security, right? And putting your family's nest beyond reach of danger. Yeah, that's what you believe. You believe that because America, can print money and it's still the world reserve currency, that you can issue billions in aid money to to Israel to allow them to continue, their wicked acts. You think that because you have the ability to print money unlimitedly, you can have the best military in the world, and that's gonna buy your security, right? That America is untouchable. And if you interview the average American, they'll tell you America is the best military in the world. America is the best country in the world. Nobody can take down America, right? You believe your wealth will buy security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger. But by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name and forfeited your lives. The very stones in the walls cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaint. What sorrow awaits you who build cities with money gained through murder and corruption? Has not the Lord of heaven's armies promised the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain. Right? For as the waters fill the sea, the earth will be filled with an awareness of the glory of the Lord. Right? It says, what sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk, you force your cup on them so you can gloat over their shameful nakedness. Right? So we can pretty much jump to the next precept there. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, warn to them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievous justice which they have prescribed. All right, and this sanction, if it does come to pass, matter of fact, the fact that you're talking about sanctioning the International Criminal Court, the court that is responsible for holding nations accountable to international law so that there is fairness, and equity among nations, you are deciding that, what, this is not right. The majority of nations are against what Israel is doing, right? To the point where this is happening, right? But no, you want to sanction them for doing the right thing, right? I'm meeting here, so let me just wrap up really quickly. This is Psalm chapter 10 and verse 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above our sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity. So this lesson was quick and to the point. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Shalom.